So it's time to talk about FrightFest Day 4 and 5. Sorry I didn't speak about Day 4 yesterday, but going to combine them both together. So Day 4 started with Hell is Where the Home Is, which is a home invasion movie, which had me on the edge and kept me guessing what was going to happen next. Got quite violent and had a bit of a generic ending, but was still great. And then the next film was The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then Bigfoot, film with that subtitle. You expect a ridiculous film. It's more of a drama with quite a bit of heart. Some of the people in the cinema got very emotional about it, but it wasn't as much as I hoped for, but it was still a very well-made film. And then my favourite film of the festival is Bodied, which is on the Discovery screen, which is a battle rap movie made by Joseph Kahn, but it is incredible. This film blew me away. It's one of the best films I saw at the festival and one of my new favourite films. Just everything about it is perfect, and it's coming out on YouTube Red, so when that comes out, everyone seriously check it out. And then the next one was Await Further Instructions, which is another film on the Discovery screen, which reminded me quite a bit of The Thing, but was with with technology and TVs and everything going really strange in this house on Boxing Day, and the family not really knowing what was going on. It was pretty good. I wasn't amazed by it, but it was still pretty good for what it was and had a great wacky ending. Then the final film of Day 4 was Anna and the Apocalypse, which is a zombie Christmas movie, which is also a musical it's definitely my type of musical, full of gore, catchy songs, and just a bunch of fun. It was brilliant. Then today's films, Day 5's films, were open 24 hours, which is about this woman's got out of psychiatric ward after doing something to her boyfriend, but now her boyfriend is after her, and it's a slasher that does some quite fun things, has quite nice cinematography, but is quite generic with some of the things that it does, but was still a good enough opener to the day with everything that it did. The next film was The Field Guide to Evil, an anthology movie. I always love anthology movies. This had a lot of good directors on it, but there's only 2 good films in it out of the 8, or the other ones are quite bland. It drags quite a bit. A lot of people in the screen that I was in said it was the worst film they've seen at the festival. I don't think it was the worst film, but it did bore me quite a bit, and I was hoping for something incredible with an anthology. Then the next film was The Dark, which is about this girl in this house who is possessed the house, but you don't know if she's a zombie or something, and then one day this man turns up to the house with this boy who is blind, and now she's got to help that boy. This was a film that started out quite gory. It had me very, very interested in, dragged a little bit of points, did remind me a bit too much of Let the Right One In with the things that it did, but it was still an interesting enough film and was still enjoyable. Then the next film was Black Site, which was on the Discovery screen, the final film to show in the Discovery screen, which was described as The Raid and H.P. Lovecraft, which very, very far from that. It was alright, but there was a lot of laughable lines. There was some fun fight scenes, but they all felt like the camera had to go really far away to show these fight scenes, and it just felt like, they've thrown a stunt double in there at some point, but it wasn't as great as it could have been. And the final film of the festival is Climax, perfect name for the final film, which is done by Gaspar Noé, I think that's how they pronounce it today. Gaspar Noé, I think probably sounded completely wrong. He is known for doing Irreversible, Enter the Void, and Love, films that people love and hate. Climax is definitely going to be another film that people love and hate again, but this is, for me, a one-of-a-kind experience. There's all these 21 dancers, and the opening is seeing all these dancers dancing, and it's just amazing, everything that they do with their bodies, and just the cinematography is all it's the same. If you've seen Irreversible or Enter the Void, it's that same kind of steady cam following people around, beautifully shot, absolutely astonishing. Just a perfect close to the festival. I think it's Gaspar Noé's best film to date. I have enjoyed other films, but I think this is his best film to date. It's just so crazy with everything that it does, so over the top. is ridiculous. It's mesmerising and mind-bending, and there's just so many things I could say about it. But it was an incredible close to the festival. This year's FrightFest was pretty great. I only saw about, out of the 25 films that I saw, probably like 2 or 3 bad films. It was a lot of fun this year, and I can't wait for 2019. In the comments down below, tell me what your favourite films of the festival were. 3 favourites I can think of, or 4 favourites are Upgrade, 1 Cut of the Dead, Bodied, and Anna and the Apocalypse. So those are the 4 that I loved the most. I'm trying to think what number. 5 would be Climax. Well, yeah, that's my top 5 of the festival. Great festival this time around. They picked so many brilliant films. That's all for me. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks to everyone that subscribed recently. And I will be reviewing some of these films. I'll be reviewing Climax and Bodied in more depth. So keep a lookout for those. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Goodbye.